welcome back to Grace's room. So honestly, I wasn't really going to film a video like this just because I am no personal trainer, but a lot of you guys surprisingly requested to see my workout routine, so I thought, alright, I'll show it to you guys. Just want to quickly point out, again, I am not a personal trainer. My technique is definitely not flawless or anything like that. Sometimes if I just want to do a really quick workout, I'll resort to like a Chloe Ting one on the internet, but the set of exercises that I'm going to show you are just some of the ones that work best for me. They might not work for you, but they personally work for me, so let's get into it. So before I start doing any exercise at all, the first thing that I like to do is a warm-up, because it's really important that you're stretching your body just to really prepare yourself to do all the exercises, because trust me, there have been times where I didn't warm up and I've ended up injuring myself while exercising, so it's really important to warm up. So the first exercise that I like to do, the first warm-up that I like to do is an exercise called walkouts. They're a little bit tricky, but they're really good to get the blood flowing and to stretch out your hamstrings, calves, glutes, and lower back. And I usually end up doing about 5 of them. The next warm-up I do are called spider lunges, or I think some people call them the world's greatest stretch. And the idea of these is to warm up your glutes, and it also opens up your hips. And I do about 3 on each side. Next, I do clamshells, and this is another really good one for warming up your glutes. You're going to need a resistance band for this. The strength of the resistance band is up to you, but I usually do 10 on each side, and trust me, you'll definitely feel your glute muscles after this exercise. And the last warm-up that I do are glute bridges, and you guessed it, they're for your glutes again. It's really good for warming up and toning your glutes, and I usually do about 10 of these, making sure that I hold it at the top for a few seconds. Okay, now for the actual workout. Again, these are just some of the exercises that I like to do. They might not work for you. Sometimes I might change up some of the exercises depending on how I feel, but this is just typically the routine that I like to do. And usually I like to target my glutes, my legs, and my core or my abs with these exercises. So the first exercise that I like to do is a crab walk. And the idea of this is to strengthen your glute muscles. So what you do is you're going to need a resistance band for this one. Just place it around like the middle of your calves, and you're going to walk sideways for about 10 steps, making sure that you're keeping the band stretched and your legs apart. And then you're going to walk back another 10 steps, and then you're going to rock side to side for another 10. The next exercise that I like to do is everyone's favorite, lunges. These are really good because it targets a lot of areas of your body. It targets your core, your glutes, and your legs. So I really like to do this one. I usually do about 10 on each side. You can obviously just do it using your body weight, or if you want, I like to personally hold a set of dumbbells because it just makes it just a little bit harder. Then I do deadlifts. These are really good for improving core strength, and it's great if you want to work on your abs. And a little added bonus, it also improves your posture. So you're going to need a kettlebell for this, or if you want, you can use a dumbbell, and I usually like to do about 10 of these. Squats are the next exercise that I really like doing. Again, you can just use your body weight for this, or you can hold a kettlebell or a dumbbell if you want, if you just want a little bit more resistance. These are so good for strengthening your core and also strengthening your lower body, especially your legs, and I usually like to do about 10 of these as well. Okay, so this one is a little bit tough, but this is plank with shoulder taps. If you don't want to do the shoulder taps part, you can just do a plank and you can hold that for about 30 seconds. But I like to add the shoulder taps because it is really good for adding strength to your core, your glutes, your arms, and your shoulders. So I like to do about 10 of these on each side. The next exercise is a Russian twist, and this one is really good for building your core and your shoulders, and trust me, you'll definitely feel it in your abs. It's a little bit deceiving, this exercise, because it might seem really simple, but trust me, your abs are going to burn afterwards. And it's really important that while you're doing this, you're actually engaging your core or squeezing it, and you're not just like moving side to side. You can just use your body weight to do this, or again, you can hold a kettlebell or a dumbbell. And I usually like to do about 20 of these. Next up are reverse crunches. These ones are really good for building core strength and for toning your abs. It's really important that while you're doing this exercise, you're really controlling your movement. You're not just coming up in the air and flopping back down. You need to make sure that your movement is controlled the whole way through, and you should definitely feel the burn in your abs. And usually I like to do about 10 of these. Then I like to do split squats, and these are really good for strengthening the muscles in your legs. It's almost like doing a lunge, you're just not coming back up. You can just use your body weight again for this one, or you can add some weight if you want. And the added bonus of this exercise is that it actually helps improve your balance too, so that's really good. And with this exercise, I usually like to do about 10 on each side. The next exercise are crunches, and I really like doing this exercise because it mostly works your abdominal muscles, but also strengthens your core and your lower back. And with this exercise, I like to do about 15 of them. And the final exercise that I like to do is one called the 100s. This is a bit of a tough one, but it is really good for building core strength. And I usually like to do this for about 30 seconds. So that's it, those are my 10 main exercises, and while I'm doing each exercise, I'll usually take about a 15 to 20 second break before moving on to the next one. And after I've completed all those 10 exercises, I will then repeat them about another 2 times. So this workout ends up being about 20 to 25 minutes in total. Just as the warm-up stretches are really important, it's also good to do cool-down stretches after your workout, because you want to make sure that you're stretching those muscles that you've just been working on. So the first cool-down stretch that I like to do is one called a seal stretch. I love doing this one because it just really helps stretch your back and your core. Usually I'll start off doing this in a child's pose, and then I'll move out to the seal stretch and hold it for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then I'll repeat it about 3 more times. The next cool down stretch, I'm sure you've probably all heard of before, is just a simple hamstring stretch. I'll just stretch out my leg and try to touch my toes, and I'll hold that position for 10 seconds, and I'll repeat it on each side twice. The next stretch that I like to do is knee to chest pose. So all you're doing is just lying flat on your back and bringing your knee up to your chest, making sure that you're holding it really tightly, and I'll usually hold it for about 5 seconds, and then I'll repeat on each side twice. The final cool down stretch that I like to do is the downward dog. So with this one, I'll start in a plank position, and then I'll point my hips up to the ceiling, holding that for about 5 seconds, and then I'll repeat that about 5 more times. So this is really good just for stretching your leg muscles, especially your hamstrings. And that's it. That's my workout routine. At the end, sometimes I might go for a quick walk, especially like if it's a nice day outside, or I might just go on the treadmill for about 15 to 20 minutes just to sort of relax and cool down a bit. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was helpful. Again, I'm not a personal trainer, but hopefully you were able to take a few things out of it. Don't forget to check out my Instagram at Grace's World Official, and I'll see you guys next time on Grace's Room. Bye for now.